Welcome back, everyone. We took a look at a lot of the data about our school at the beginning of the school year, and now that we're coming to the end of the first grading period, we're looking at a 9-week segment here. It's time for us to be able to look at the interventions that we put into place at the beginning of the school year, and especially to assess how those interventions are going so far, and specifically what kids perhaps have made enough progress that you feel like they don't need to be in intervention any longer, or what new students you might want to invite into that intervention. So our task at this point, with all of you seated in grade level groups, is to look at the interventions that are going on in your grade level group and talk about individual students who are either making very good progress in that intervention and can be accepted out of it, or perhaps new students, or I should say, and new students that should be added to your intervention efforts. So with that, I'll turn this over to your conversations.
Wasn't it Stephanie? And Esther. And Esther. Okay, so we got two off, okay?
Yeah, he wasn't on. Who's popping up first? Omar. Let's talk
about Omar. I thought him first because we made the big intervention to switch
off the list. How's it going?
Switches classes, and now he's working in third period math, specifically with Sandy, just in math itself. And I think that was an amazing intervention for him. I think she has been a great peer teacher as far as that's concerned, because she's working with him a lot and he's really liking math and understanding the way that she says things. And so I think as far as math is concerned, I'll speak for Dan, I think that he's making a great turnaround. I don't think that he's off the radar, but I think that these interventions are working for him right now in math.
And I know in English, having just more one-on-one support with him, with Annalea, with us now on a couple days a week, she can really sit next to him and help him with his essay, especially this week, and things like that. So I know that that's been helping, but I agree, I don't think that we're ready to pull the plug on him.
Anybody follow up with Nemo? Who has Nemo in math?
I do.
Okay, I am very concerned about her because she's struggling.
She doesn't speak at all.
Really? She doesn't even talk in your class? Oh, I have the opposite problem sometimes in mine. But she is struggling in every single subject.
She's also the one that's on the incomplete list for the most classes, correct?
Yes.
For
In
the 10th grade?
every class.
Well,
She's
but
our
you think
one
it's a
kid.
processor,
I
yeah?
think she's, yes. Yeah, I think there's a processing issue with her. I think it's language. I think language is a issue, but I also think she might have some processing issues going on too. So we need, and she's already in my intervention class.
I don't have a good enough feel from her yet to make that call.
Because she's not talking to you, huh?
And I haven't worked with her one-on-one in small groups very much either.
We do a writing prompt every day, and then we have this book that, because there's so many English learners, on idioms and, you know, using figurative language and that kind of stuff. But what we're finding is many of them, other than their language, it's they have really low comprehension skills. Like it's kind of across the board.
It's difficult for them to read a passage.
The activities
So I'm just thinking of their. I mean, I've seen a lot of improvement out of a lot of them in the writing. Like, don't you think? Especially the kids.
They're writing and they're going back and they're rereading.
Rereading.
We
they're
found them.
rewriting.
You hear them actually going through and they're checking and they're finding things themselves. So these are just some activities they do for the reading comprehension.
I need to look. I can't.
Is it like 18?
No. But it's close to 25.
So
I don't know how many between up or down. I don't know how many kids we have. But it's close to 25. So I'm just thinking about how to, I mean, we can have them go to 5th period tutoring.
I think that would be the best intervention at this point. Or
Or we could
Give them that packet.
on Fridays. When are you free? Which periods do you have seniors?
1 and 2. Oh no,
But we don't have school for the next 2 Fridays. I mean, we have no school next Friday.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to throw out like at least one of those days. At least you and I can rotate because I have first and second ready. I'm first and second free on Friday, and if we have another period ready, we can at least do one of those Fridays, even that one before Thanksgiving if we have to.
And that could be the day that they've already received your packet, and maybe they come in with the few problems that they know they can't do.
Okay, so maybe on this day, because the fourth period that day is when we have the game. Is that correct?
Right, we're going to be on a modified schedule, just like we were today.
So it's an hour.
Is that fifth period something that we're making mandatory though for these kids again? Is it another mandatory type thing?
Say it again.
The students in fifth period that will be taking that tutoring with you for the Calculus 150 for that test? Is that
I can't
another
be here.
mandatory thing?
I don't know if it would be mandatory.
Well,
I
I'm
think
thinking
they
about the group of students. Sorry to interrupt you, but I'm just thinking about that group of students, and they've bought into taking this advanced calculus
absolutely.
class. I don't even think it's the group that you really got to worry about making it mandatory.
Okay.
Right? I mean, they're going to want to see that test. They're going to want to go through it.
Yes,
They're
yes.
yeah.
I don't think the
It's not
problem
like
is that I
poli-sci.
didn't realize.
But will there be
that
some
this-
overlap in some of those same students?
I didn't realize that this test was coming up so soon.
What we're going to do, we're going to read a few pages, we'll see where is a good stopping point, and then we're going to summarize the important information. So remember to kind of focus on what things you could put in for those bullet points. We want to focus on maybe 1 or 2 words for each one, then we're going to summarize it with a sentence. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by reading.
Okay. A shoebox size package is properly against the front of the door at an angle. Then I run a scissor blade around the package and lift off its top. Inside the shoebox, it was a roll.
Okay, let's go back to this one more time. In case what?
In case you're tempted to break the rules.
Good. Okay.
You understand that I did not make a copy of these tapes.
A lot happened in that section. Let's see if we can get the main ideas or the important details or information. What were those pages? Let's track our pages first so that when we go back, we look at these, we know where to find it.
So we start at 5. Wait, are we at 5?
Yep, so we'll do pages 5 to what?
6, 7, 8. We're at 8.
Pages 5 to 8.
9. We're at 10.
Oh, 10. All right. Top of 10?
Top of 10.
Okay. Okay, so if you were to say who, or what would you say this section was about? Who or what? So either a main character or an idea.
I would say a main character.
Okay, who would you say it was about?
It's about a girl named Hannah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and just write Hannah's name right in that section. What happened? What was...
He opened up a packet. He ended up finding a package outside of his door.
Okay.
And he realized it was tapes for him. And he opens the package.
Okay, and who were those tapes from?
They were from... It was from a post office. I think it was from a post office.
Okay. And who made those tapes though?
Hannah made them.
Okay.